Okay, let's start with the settings. So it's crucial that you set up, obviously, after you've inputted your data, which is the child's IEP text. So you need to copy and paste the text from a Word document or from a PDF and paste it in. If you want to add a functional assessment or any other information about your child's diagnosis that can help to guide the AI to respond in a really customized, tailored manner, then please do that as well. And then you come to the settings and you can do all the obvious things like change your email address, your password. There's accessibility features, so you can up the font size, down the font size. You can choose the voice that is text to speech. So this is the choices, and it depends on what's on your computer because it's using everything local. Nothing is coming from the cloud except your subscription information. Then you've got Sparky, our AI advisor, and Sparky can be disabled by adding a password that makes sure that your child can't access it. And that's really up to you about whether you think it's age appropriate or just your idea on ethics and whether it should be used. But I will say that our AI has been guardrailed with all the best practice, output, input, and on topic focus. So everything is checked before it goes in from the child. Everything is checked before it comes out from the AI to make sure that it's appropriate, on topic, and if it isn't, it provides nice redirection. So the next thing you need to do is to set up your OpenAI key. So your Open Router key, and choose the model that you want to use. So you can go to Open Router and choose any kind of oops, sorry about that. You can go to Open Router and choose any model that you want, but um, this is probably a good one to use, a Mistral Medium 3.1. I'm doing a video specifically on all the settings for Open Router and how that benefits you. If you want to manage your subscription, you can here. You can cancel anytime. You've got the usage of your credits within Open Router, and it shows you when it was last used and how many tokens were used. So you can keep track of your expenses, plus it's got your remaining balance. And then you can export your data, which I advise you to do regularly because it's all saved in the browser. And if you do any kind of like clearing your browser history, deleting all of that sort of information, then you are likely to lose the saved information. So it's very easy to back up, and then you can just import it back in, and it'll magically be there just where you left off. This also means you can set it up and move it across to your child's phone or whatever, because really you can use this on as many devices as you want. This is a web app, and it's portable, and everything is stored in the browser on the device. And then if you want to delete all your data, you can, of course, do that there. So then let's get into the actual app. So it starts off with a welcome screen, and you can chat in here and ask questions like, I'm having a hard time with my maths understanding. And Sparky will understand your child's profile and in a particular situation and be able to provide um, information on how to better learn or better deal with whatever circumstance it is. So here it is: break it down, use your strengths, ask for help your way, tools to try, etc., etc. So that can just stay on your child's app as the main screen. Then we've got All About Me. And so this is again pulled out of the child's IEP. So it's got your super strengths, how you communicate best, things that you're working on, what helps you learn best, and any other important notes. And it will be able to, you can read this out as well. So each one of these can be read out so it's easier to understand if your child is an auditory type of person. Then you got the priorities, attending school regularly, self advocacy, written expression. These are all pulled out of your child's IEP. You can rearrange them, and again, they will be read out as well. Then you got My Quest. So this is the gamification aspect. So it incentivizes your child to use the app more regularly and get these points as they go through doing different things, including school attendance, because that can be a bit of a thing. So here you can sort of mark off the week and show the attendance, which also adds up as part of the quest points. Then you've got your big goal. So this is the big goal of your IEP, and that's just a way again for your child to be able to focus in on the main goal. You got your daily wins. These are the things that are the smaller steps that help you reach the bigger goal. And, you can click on here and complete the quest and get points when you've done those. Then you got My Notes. So if your child wants to write a note to themselves about something, they can keep this kind of little journal here. Then there's one also for the teacher. So if you want to write down something for the teacher, um, because you're having trouble maybe explaining it, you can write this here and then show it to the teacher. Then you've got support teams. So I haven't put any contact information in here because I don't want to, share any private information. But here you can put in, again, this came straight out of the IEP, but you basically put in whatever it is that you have as far as a support team that can be including parents and other out of school supports as well if you want. Then you got again the AI advisor, which you can use here, and you got a theme generator, so you can do high contrast or you can make your own theme. You can just write a theme like space aliens, and the AI will just create these color schemes based on what you put in. And if you want, you can just apply the theme, and then you'll notice that this is all changed to meet the theme. Then you can update the plan here. These fields are all editable, and you can add more goals. And again, they display in the child's view as a much more visual and simplified way of digesting the information. Then you got IEP checklist. This is more for the parents, but I think it's really good for children to slowly understand how they can advocate for themselves. And I think questions are really key. Sometimes they say that a good question is better than knowing the answer. So here you got meeting prep, notes, and follow up. So you can add little action items here. I've got like 100 questions for the total IEP question checklist, and then I've got about 10 questions on each of these different topics. If you add a little star, then it will give you a list that you can print out, and that's just helpful if you want to take that to a meeting. Um, and use that as a way of driving the conversation in the IEP update. There's a bit of information on help and support. You can make, requests for support. You can request a feature, and I've got like the FAQs, and again, they read out. And then you got legal and privacy. So obviously, we've done our best here to follow all the best practice guidelines. For security, everything is stored in your browser, so it's up to you to provide, a safe environment on your browser, and you can also use certain tools to protect your browser that we suggest as well. The only time the AI is used externally by us is to create the initial plan. Um, all the ongoing features are run by Open Router, and so you can choose how you want to use that. And like I said, you can turn off the AI if you don't want your child to have access to it. I believe there's a lot of benefits to using it, but it's up to you. It's not supposed to be a friend to be chatted with, and there are guardrails in there that won't let your child just, chat and talk about all kinds of stuff. It focuses in to the narrow, use case, which is for schoolwork, for understanding how you cognitively deal with things, all of the ways that you learn, that sort of support you get from it. Obviously, this is just intended as an educational and organizational tool. It's not meant to replace any professional medical, legal, or professional education advice. Of course, you can share this with your professionals and get their feedback and help. They can help you develop your IEP even further through here. Then we're back to the settings. Um, you can start all over and just rebuild it. And like as I said, if you've got multiple kids that you want to use this with, you're welcome to use it on, all of their devices. Set it up, export the data, move it around, have it on your home computer, your shared family computer, on their devices. If they've got a school device, you can put it on there because the data is portable, and that's one of the great benefits of it. So that's really it. I hope you find this useful. And if you've got any more questions, then just reach out and I'll do my best to help you. Thank you again for listening.